Holy motherfucking shit. I cannot believe this has happened, but I want to thank every single one of you guys because I've just hit 3,000 subscribers and it is ridiculous. I cannot believe. I mean, I actually started this channel inspired by people like Xerxes, and I was like, when he got like 1,000 subs, I was like, wow, I'm never going to be able to hit that amount. And to think I'm now here, and this is just amazing. So, I mean, I did want to get a 3,000 subs battle against Xerxes himself, but unfortunately, because his Wi-Fi broke down, I couldn't have the chance to battle him or get in contact to battle him. But I'm gonna try and do that sometime, and hopefully maybe 4,000 or something along those lines in the future. I'll get that done. But I mean, I just have to say thanks to every single one of you. It's been one hell of a ride, and hopefully it'll continue for a while to go. So I pretty much have a match which is an Ubers game, which something I haven't done in a while here. It's against my good friend Ryan, otherwise known as KonQr, Dark Steel Leon, whatever you want to call him. And yeah, hope this is something in the meantime to keep you guys occupied. So roll those titles. What is up, people from the land of Tube, YouTube, Loob, Noob. Anyway, there was a noob there. I did battle him, and he brought Ubers. But anyway, here's the battle where I use Ubers, and it's against someone else who also uses Ubers, known as Ryan. Go check out his channel, link in the description. He's fucking awesome. So yeah, I lead off with Spock, taunt the Mew, and he gives me a choice scarf, and I was like, don't! So I did taunt him, so I know he can't set up his rocks, and I know it's called Stricken, and I faced Stricken's Mew before, and it's annoying, and I know what it does, and it explodes and shit. But anyway, I've now got a Scarf Mewtwo, and I decided to switch to Kronos, which is a new Dialga, still the same kind of set as my TARDIS, but this one carries Toxic over T-Wave because, you know, I guess that's cool. So I do get my rocks up, and he goes out to me, and me paralyzes my Dialga, so it's kind of a shame, and me causes a lot of problems in this battle, I guess. So I go for the Dragon Pulse just to do as much damage as I can, I guess, to myself, but he goes to Stricken again, and that does about half, which is alright, I guess, and I know Mew does have pretty good defenses, so, like, base 100 and everything, so it can take whatever hit it needs to, but yeah. So, he sets up his light screen, and I get parahax, and that is the first of probably about 1 billion parahaxes in this match, and no, I'm not making an overstatement, because I literally get 1 billion parahaxes. There's number 2 as he sets up the rocks, and I'm thinking this is kind of annoying now, because I just wanted to Toxic him, so that's what I did. Both of those turns in a row I tried to Toxic, and I go for the Toxic this time. He switches, and he actually predicted that I would Toxic, which was just like, don't, because he goes to myself, which obviously resists it. He goes for a Dragon Pulse. I just go for a D-Pulse to see how much it'll do even after he's got Light Screen up. Turns out it does absolutely nothing, and I'm just thinking, okay, well, there's not much I can do here. I need to get something physical in to hit it, or just, you know, stall out the light screen so it goes away. So I go into my Malugia, and he Thunder Waves me, and of course, Thunder Wave, the bane of my life, means I'm gonna get parahaxed a fuckload, which is such a freaking pain, you have no idea. Really, really annoyed me this match. So he switches to Stricken, and he gets SR damage, and I get parahax. That's the third, I think. I should probably stick a counter on here. Yeah, I probably will. I'm going to stick a counter on here, even though you'll see it counting up now. Anyway, he explodes, and I live it, and I was like, wow, that's pretty beastly. And I set up my light screen, and so now I'm thinking, well, Mamalugi's pretty much finished. So I'm like, okay, so he goes out to Darkrai. I'm like, well, he's probably going to set up a sub, thinking I'm going to switch, or that I'm going to die or something. So I go for the Whirlwind, predicting that, and thankfully at that turn I don't get paralyzed, and I go out to myself. And this is the start of a ridiculously long stall war, in which I try to get my light screen set up while he does other stuff, and I try to roost, and he flamethrowers me and all that stuff. And basically, yeah, So this is a two-parter, by the way, because it was ridiculously long. We were actually battling for over an hour. It was about an hour and 10 minutes, if I recall correctly. And yeah, it was just suicidally long. We also had an OU standard before this because he was testing a team for Muddy's tourney, and ironically this team that I'm using, this Ubers team, is actually one that I made with Mudquaza. Yeah, apart from his has Shaman thingy, Shaman Skyform, which I can't get, and Giratina O, which obviously I can't get either because Diamond, lol. But yeah. Anyway, this is just stalling, and I'm just like, God, when will this freaking stalling end? And we're both just like talking on Skype, and we're like, well, we're not really achieving much here because, to be honest, I think it's still 6-all, which is like ridiculous, and we're already about half an hour in, and pretty much. It's just like I see how much the ice beam does, and I'm like, okay, I'm really not going to achieve anything here. So pretty much we both decide to double switch on the same turn. So I go out to Leonard Nimoy, and he goes out to a Groudon named after Brian. But anyway, I ice beam it, and I'm like, okay, he'll die, but it doesn't, and he earthquakes me. I'm thinking I can survive this because it is not super effective, so I'll live, and I do live on 51, and that's pretty crucial because it means that I will be able to live Stealth Rock and come in with 7 HP left, pretty much. So that was pretty big. I Ice Beam, and he switches to myself, which will take the Ice Beam nicely. And obviously, because I'm Scarfed, because he tricked me a Scarf, so it's his fault, I'm going to have to switch out. So I'm not going to leave Spock in for Death Fodder, and that was a pretty good move because he did turn out pretty useful later on. And I go to Kronos because, you know, that's kind of cool and stuff. And I realised that Light Screen was still up, and that freaking Flamethrower, I expect to do it a lot because of the sun. Now the Light Screen is gone, it means that I'm going to take a lot more from Flamethrower than I would like. So he puts Flamethrower on me, and I prepare to Flamethrower, but guess what? Yes, that's right, people, I get parahaxed. Woohoo! Yes! Yay! So anyway, he Flamethrowers again, and I die, because he gets a crit. So yeah, that was some nice hacks in a row there, and he's can't believe this, to be honest, because Ryan usually gets hacked over himself so badly. But obviously he's playing me, and when two people who play and get hacked a lot get hacked, they all get hacked, and hacks happens and stuff. So I go out to Ice Sunburn, and I sub, because I thought he might switch, predicting my Earthquake, so I wanted to just get up the sub just in case he did switch. Turns out he didn't, goes for a Dragon Pulse, and now I'm just going to go for the Earthquake, and I hope that it'll kill it, but I'm not really sure. So we're thinking for a long time. I don't know why we're thinking so much, but anyway, I don't have a clue what the hell is going on here, but apparently I've got another 23 seconds, and I know that I've stopped the video when I use Earthquake, so you can see whether it dies or not. But I have to still talk. What the hell is going... Okay, here we go. I use Earthquake, and you don't know what will happen next. Ooh, you're going to have to check out part 2, which will be up shortly after this. So yeah, do that and stuff.